Howdy y'all, welcome back to another Star Wars The Old Republic video. Figure we would do a little video on making credits in the game. You can see I am in a kind of a different homestead now. This is why I kind of figured I'd do this video, because I'm broke. And when I say broke, I mean I'm broker. I was up to like 12 million. And I bought a Tatooine stronghold. I figured might as well make one. The nice thing with like the Tatooine and Nar Shaddaa Yavin strongholds is all your characters, regardless of whether they are Imperial or Republic. I'm trying to readjust my seat here. You can both go there, so you don't have to worry about like a credit transfer from, like for my Imperial guys go to my Coruscant apartment, it was 1,000 credits. Honestly, not a big deal, but we don't have to pay that every time. This way, they just all come to the same place. I'm still kind of in the decorating mode, but you can see this is the difference between the Coruscant and the Tatooine. Pretty much over to this water evaporator over there, or water evaporator, or whatever the hell it's called. This is all one homestead. You've got a big shuttle bay over there. You have another place to put a ship or something else. I've got one of those sun reactors from the Knights of the Old Republic. I'll eventually replace that with a ship. I just got to get more money to be able to afford the items to get a ship model to put there. And then of course we have this big area down here, and then it goes into another big area over there, and then you have all these sand areas. There's another one over here. So tons and tons of stuff. You can see on this one, I've only with most of the decorations that I actually possess, I was at 90 something percent in the Coruscant apartment as far as hooks, and this one is like 37. So it's left me broke, and I didn't spend any money on decorations. I just spent money on unlocking everything. When it starts, this door is locked. This door is locked, and each one is like 8 to 900,000 to unlock. And that's a door. That's a door. The shuttle bay was a door. That was like a million something. That's another 900, 900, 900. You know, I mean, it racks up pretty quick to unlock this whole place. So that's why I'm down to $1.8 million. Now I have run some weeklies. I was actually a lot lower. I think it was $1.3 million, $1.2 million, something like that. So that's kind of the first way we're going to talk about making money, and that's running the weekly hard heroic 2 missions. That is currently probably one of the favorite ways that people make money, and that is running those missions. Now, when you receive one, I don't have any from that, but when you run it, each planet has a series of heroics. They'll come with a little icon next to it that'll transport you directly to. If it's an instance, it'll transport you directly to the entrance. If it's an instance, and if it's in the world, it'll transport you close. I prefer the instance ones myself because I don't have to compete with anybody. But they're roughly about 18,000 credits per mission. And then usually each one has bonus missions, 1 or 2 bonus missions. And those are worth anywhere from 12 to another 18,000 credits per. So they're pretty good money. And I think in a group, you get even more. I haven't really done them as a group. They're just not that hard, and you know, I don't know what that was. It's probably something. Let's see. Did we make any money? Okay. Yeah, we did. And we'll talk about that. That's another 113. And I'll delete that one. That's just let me know I got money. That was the notification notice. So you do those missions, and when you're done, now I think if you do not have Knights of the Fallen Empire, you do not get these, but I think you get armor crates or something else or armor pieces. And of course, if you don't need them, you can sell those. So that's another source of money from those missions. Then you're going to get all this loot crap, junk. So you can just come up to your vendor, whatever you've got, and you just go down here and hit your sell junk button. And that's going to jump us up. So right there, not bad. And then you've got these items these green items and blue items that you don't need. Now, I will say, check the auction house and see, like, there is a tons of these things going. Check how they look. Control left click lets you see what the item, it's kind of a preview pane, will let you kind of see what the item looks like. If you think it's cool looking and you think it might sell, throw it up on the Galactic Trade Network if you've got the space to do it, the number of spaces. If not, you can just come in here and say, I know I'm not going to use this crap. Bracers, probably nobody's going to use that crap. So I can just come in here and then just sell that off. Now, another item that you will get on these missions is companion gifts. Your companions over here, of course, I think we've talked about it before, they have influence. The higher their influence level is, the better they perform, both with you and in trade skill missions. If you have not been on, if you're an old subscriber, you played before, just to let you know, a lot has changed very recently. I think it was last week they came out with patch 4.1, and I think then there were some problems with it, and there was patch 4.1a or something like that. But there was a lot of changes to crafting, and it could be a shocker to you, so just get back into it slowly. They added a new level of stuff to the game there. But one of the things you're going to get on all these missions from a lot of the boss mobs that you'll kill, or the head guys, are these companion gifts. And the companion gifts are what you give to companions to bolster that influence. Now, one of the ways, like right here, you can kind of see the money I was making on the mission, just killing stuff. So yeah, quite a bit of cash. Oh, that was all I just sold. We'd have to go back further. But so we won't even talk about these things, because if you're not in the Knights of the Fallen Empire, no big deal. But if you are, you're going to get 1 to 2. You probably get a blue quality, maybe a green quality, but then you have a chance of getting the really higher end tier 6 or whatever, higher, really high kind of companion gifts. And companion gifts sell very, very well on the GTN. So like this one right here, this is just kind of a tier 5, and we just go in here and shift and then left click that, puts the name up in there, and we search, and you can see these are selling for, these are pretty cheap. That 113 I got was from selling the higher purple tier. 113,000 just for one. Actually, I put it up for 120, but the trade network takes its cut, of course. So you can see right there, we could put that up and make another, 17, or we can go see what we could probably make another 15,000 off that, but we'll actually use that. But if you have a trade skill, a gathering trade skill, that's another way to make money. You can, as I went through and killed the robots and stuff, we'll probably want to do crafting material and then do research again, so we can just keep it at Durasteel. And then we can go through here and kind of see what Durasteel is going for. We probably want to go down to the lowest price. So 750 each. All right. You can see he's got it listed for 750 credits per one Durasteel, and he's going to make 76,500 off of that. So we can make some money definitely off of materials. Always sell. Always sell. I've said it before and I'll say it again, especially if you're a free player, and I think it's just be a lot easier for you, is just go all gathering skills, stay away from the actual trade skills. They're kind of screwed up now anyways. The way the equipment works, it's hard So it's probably better just to get the materials and then sell those in the Galactic Trade Network. Because one, I think there's going to be a shortage, and let me tell you why. One of the changes that they made, if we go over here and look, is it's going to be a lot easier now for me to hoard materials that before I was selling. And the reason is the stack limit used to be 99, but you'll notice here that I have several that are above 99 because they bumped the stacks up to 9,999. So before, I kept like 2 stacks of everything, and then everything else, when it started crowding up my storage, I would sell that off. And I think a lot of people did that. But now, I don't think that's going to be as much of an issue. 9,999 is way, way, way more than we were ever able to keep before. So I think a lot of people now will just be keeping their stuff, because they don't have to worry about space as much anymore with their materials. So I think mat prices are actually going to go up. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. So you can see we jumped from just selling off all our crap. We jumped up quite a bit, and then selling one of the companion gifts was also a good way to go. So let me jump to the fleet real quick, and I will show you where the I'm going to show you where the one in the fleet is, not the one in Odessa, the terminal, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, here we are on the fleet, and if we look at the map, you can kind of see where we're at here. In fact, let me turn that off. You can kind of see where we're at right now. This is us right here, the little arrow thingy, and this is the weekly heroic missions terminal. This is where you're going to go. There's also one on Odessa, and there is one on the Imperial fleet also, just in a different location. You can find it. It's real easy. But you can see when you come in here and you click on it, each planet, some have quite a few. Some have, like Ilum only has one. Some have a bunch. So 1 to a whole bunch. And you can go through. They're pretty easy. You can knock them out in probably 30 minutes or so by yourself. Probably even quicker if you're in a group that isn't chatting anyways. If you're trying to talk and do it, and funny things happen. So this is where you're going to go to get those weekly missions. And you can do those, I think, from as soon as you can go to the fleet, you can get those missions because you are bolstered up and in those missions. So you will be at the level specifically needed for that quest on that planet. Whereas I'm bolstered or sent down from 65 to whatever the planet is, you're bolstered up if you're lower. A lot of people are using this right now as a leveling method. Also, they'll just use it and go through and just do the weeklies and level up pretty quickly. Or they're just doing like their class missions and avoiding all the side quests by getting that extra experience from doing the weekly quest there. So the second way, and now we've already talked about it, is trade skills. Trade skills are very difficult, kind of time consuming. Now again, damn hiccups, here they come. Let me take a little drink of the dew. The quest, as a free-to-play player, I am pretty sure, if we go in here and we look at the trade skill menu, when you get into the list of what you can make, like I can set this up, I can queue it basically. I can say, okay, I want you to make 5 of these. I can say, I want you to make 5 of these things, and he'll do it. And I can have up to 6 characters at any given time doing trade skill, either missions or making me stuff. As a free-to-play, I think it's 3 companions at a time, and they can only make 1 item at a time. That's why I'm saying gathering skills. Now, if If we go to the fleet here, you can see we're in strongholds and crew skills. This is where you would buy your strongholds and do your crew skills. We can go down here on our map and say we want to see this crew skill vendors, and this shows you that they're all kind of right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in, and the ones that I think will be the best selling, archaeology might be a pretty good one, bioanalysis might be a pretty good one. Investigation, that is missions only. You can't do that in the world. You have to pay to send your people out there and do those missions. Okay, that is also like underworld trading. There's nothing in the world that I can interact with to get that. I have to send them on missions, and you can see they're pretty expensive the higher up you go. Like these are the newer ones, the grade 9. They also bolstered the skills from 500 to 550. I haven't messed with my armor mech just yet because I just got it back. There was a bug or something with that patch, and all my schematics were missing, so I couldn't do anything. Now, you can see the time and is listed here and the cost. So if I sent this guy on a mission right now, it'd take him 3 minutes, 9 seconds and cost me 600 credits. Now, the higher you go, that jumps. This now 19 minutes and cost me 4,360 credits. So, pretty big difference there. So, if you want just gathering skills that you can go out there, it doesn't cost you anything, those are going to be bioanalysis, archaeology, and I think scavenging. Well, slicing you can also. Where's the other one? Treasure hunting you got to pay for, and scavenging. So, slicing you can too, but I think you get more money, honestly, from one of the other gathering skills other than slicing. Because slicing, you can also send them on missions. Well, all of them you can. You can do it on even scavenging. You can send them on missions if you don't want to do it. Like you're playing, you can send them off to do missions. It's a lot quicker just to go get it yourself, though, honestly. Slicing, you can send them on missions. They can get you parts that do sell. That's the only way to get those. Or you can go out in the world and find these little safe deposit boxes things and slice those and get money out of them. But it's really not very much, and there's a lot of competition for them. I think that's where a lot of the Chinese gold farmers go. Are there still Chinese gold farmers? I have no idea. I'm sure they're still in WoW. They must be, because I get emails in-game all the time from these assholes, buy a million. Screw you. What else? Okay, another good way to make money is daily quests. Now, I think these only start at level 90. Start at level 90. I'm pretty sure, or not 90. Oh, I'm in the wrong game. I was thinking about WoW and Chinese gold farmers, and I went over to there. Of course, I think they're up to 100 now. There's a series, when the game kind of capped out at 50, and then again at 60. Now I'm going to the Jedi Knight hangar because it doesn't matter really anymore, thanks to these quick travel terminals that we're about to walk up to. Which one you go to. You used to have to go to get to your ship, you had to go to your hangar. Now you can just go to any one, and there's these little priority transport terminals. And this kind of shows you where all the dailies are. All right. As you go through the storyline, except for ZZ-198, I don't think I ever got a quest for that. It just showed up. But at 50, you'll be given access to the black hole. If you either unlock it or you're a subscriber, you can get Section X. Ilum will be a continued quest from the end of your storyline. I believe when McKeb unlocks, so does CZ-198, and then Oricron. And then after you do the Revan storyline, Yavin 4 will unlock, I think. I'm not sure if Oricron unlocks before or after that. And then, of course, there's one other planet that's not on here called Ziost. You have to actually fly to that one. But each one of these will give a series of daily quests. We'll go take a look at those in another video, I think. I think we're running out of time. We're just going to do that as part one. And we'll come back next time and look at Daily Quest and some other stuff. So, guys, I appreciate you coming by, and until next time, I will see y'all later.